In the Nelson County Schools, we are dedicated to connect students to the gifts of people, place, and purpose in our community. And as we enter into this fall, we want to connect with leaders from every school to build virtual learning experiences that continue to build on those gifts in our community. When agreeing to participate in this virtual learning community in the fall, families are going to need to make a couple of commitments to really make the most of this learning experience for our students. So families are going to commit to a daily Care and Connect where a student is meeting with a teacher virtually every day. The second commitment is a virtual family meeting. That's going to be every 3 weeks, so the family is aware of the student's progress throughout this process. Quarterly progress commitments, so when you sign up for virtual learning, you sign up for the entire quarter, and then at the end of the quarter, we can reevaluate to decide next steps. Internet access and screen time. Students need to be present during their classes, and we really need to see their faces so that we know how to interact with them, and we're able to make a more personal connection. And the final commitment is this digital gift showcase where students are able to share their work online with the teacher, the family, and the world. How are we connecting with people? We value all that people bring to our students and to our schools, and we don't want to lose those relationships. In the spring, when we had our emergency NTI, our teachers and our school leaders worked very hard to connect with our families and caretake for them. But we know that moving into virtual learning in the fall, we're going to need more consistent structures for communication. And that will include daily face-to-face through Google Meet conversations with the student and the teacher, and then having families connect with the teacher as well through meetings every 3 weeks so that they are fully engaged in the students' learning, even though it's online.
Technology is awesome. Like, we're still able to communicate with some of our kids are doing virtual and some of our kids are here at school. I think just that open communication is how we build that community and making sure, they're still a part of our Foster Heights family.
How are we connecting to place? In the spring for our emergency NTI, our process was really planning assignments day to day and really worrying about our students in the moment. As we transition into this virtual learning community, we're going to see a shift to this long-term focus that isn't necessarily focused on bringing exactly what was happening in the classroom to life, but building off of those learning experiences in the classroom to make something that's going to be meaningful for the students. The students are going to be engaged in these thematic inquiry project where they get to explore their passions, questions they have about the world. And then our teachers are going to be leveraging technology to connect students to our local and global communities through those questions.
As teachers, now that we've been through the spring, we are going into the fall better prepared and being able to put some more thought into how we can teach to the students at home as well as those in person.
How are we connecting to purpose? In our spring NTI, our students worked very hard through these day-to-day processes, these day-to-day assignments, and we know that was hard on our families, and it was just a lot of work. And so as we move into this fall, we're looking to build these enduring projects where students are engaged in something that they feel passionate about, they have choice in, and they're empowered to make a real change. And then allowing students to share their work with the world. And that's something that we want to bring to life through this idea of a digital gift showcase. A digital gift showcase is a Google site where students can post learning artifacts, their goal setting for that quarter for virtual learning, and any gift projects they create. And that is going to be accessible to anyone, anywhere. That meaningful audience for student work is going to connect students beyond the screen and beyond that computer and really give them a further reach through a virtual learning experience.
The purpose of schooling doesn't change whether you're doing virtual or in person. We're still going to work to prepare your kids for the real world, make them accountable through the work that we're doing with the virtual days and showing up to things on time. We're going to make them have a hard work ethic. That's something that I'm passionate about. I think that you have to have a hard work ethic, and to get that, you have to put the work in the classroom, but you're still going to put the work in if you're at home. We're going to develop people who are motivated and ready to make a change in the world. We have kids all throughout the district who are more than capable of making a positive change in this world, and they're still going to get that experience whether they're in the classroom or virtual. We're going to make sure that they get the best possible experience.
Nelson County Schools are really excited to team up with our teachers and our families to continue to unite people, place, and purpose through a virtual learning experience for our students. If you have any questions about virtual learning or the start of school in general, feel free to visit welcomebackncs.com.